Reverend Thompson, it's good to see you.
Good to see you again, and good to see the council as well. It's good to be back in the city of my birth and the home of my three alma maters, and back on the site of the battlefield for DC statehood, a struggle to which I've devoted more than 30 years of my life. And though I may now reside in New York, Mr. Chair, my devotion to the struggle for DC statehood is unwavering and irrevocable. I will always be on call for you, our state government in exile, until our hands are full of victory in a state of our own. In exchange for my devotion to our cause for decolonization, I am here to ask the council to do something I ask of you, and that is to name this new facility the John R. Thompson Jr. High School. While a student at Georgetown, I served as coach's manager for the Hoyas from 1986 to 1988. Coach Thompson, an alum of Archbishop Carroll, an alum of UDC, an alum of the Boys and Girls Club, and an alum of the beloved Black Tops of our city. Coach Thompson embodies DC as much as Go-Go, as much as Chuck Brown, as much as Ben Shillabo. He is as important a historical figure to DC as is Carter G. Woodson and Mary McLeod Bethune, Frederick Douglass, Duke Ellington, Paul Laurence Dunbar, and Marvin Gaye. When Jesus walked the earth, people asked what good could come out of Nazareth. Nazareth was a lot like Washington, D.C. Coach Thompson showed us what good could come out of our city, and he brought out the best of us who were in his classrooms. He never called his spaces gyms. He always called them classrooms. He gave many of us young people opportunities to dream for and to strive for. When it was asked of us too, what good can come out of this Nazareth of ours, we had an answer because he had given it to us. He made a difference. He gave us presence as African Americans in NCAA basketball, Olympic basketball, and in Georgetown University itself. Most, especially those outside of DC, thought Georgetown was in fact an HBCU. It's interesting now as we discuss the lineage of the new hope, the lineage of Georgetown's most influential president, Patrick Healy, was not revealed until 100 years after his presidency, around the time of Coach's first Final Four. So in a century, Georgetown went from Patrick Healy passing for white to Coach Thompson, enabling Georgetown to pass for an HBCU. No one embodies DC more than Coach Thompson. He's one of the very few to win the National High School Championship, National College Championship, Olympic Championships, and an NBA championship. And he accomplished these honors coming out of the Boys and Girls Club here in Washington, D.C. When he won his championships, he never became so lofty that he couldn't go back and help the Boys and Girls Club. What Coach did in 1982 in his Final Four was step into a vacuum of leadership and identity, and he instilled pride and confidence in us all. And so after that Final Four, we started to wear the Georgetown starter jackets. Before that, the most popular jackets Black men had ever worn were the Green Army jackets we brought home from the Vietnam War. Whereas the Vietnam jackets didn't win social justice for Black men, despite having served in the war, the Georgetown jackets did elicit respect for whoever wore them. Sports will always be the greatest common denominator. The stirring image of Coach at the Final Four in 1982 was something that we will never forget. It is fitting and providential. I believe this bill was introduced on April 8th, an historic day in history, the day that Hank Aaron broke the record for 714. 714 was Coach Thompson's winning percentage. And these were two men who were very close to each other and very close to me. I think I speak on behalf of the young women and men who were in his classrooms, that we would make ourselves available to this next generation, to pour out to this next generation of students what Coach poured into us. and to teach them the lesson that Coach Thompson taught all of us. What will we do when the air goes out of the basketball? I pray this council passes this resolution. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Thompson.